Hello friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. And now today we're going to go right around the corner here and I'm going to do the update of the little strip of herb garden I've got right here on the south side of our big rec room. So the last video you saw was this one back here, and this is a wider and longer strip, but this one over here is a much newer one. I started a few years ago, and so I'm going to show you what I got going on and let's get to it. So I'm going to start by showing you this corner again. So from the south side, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's just a few days ago I put it up. So here's that currant, that echinacea, and the rose, and then on down there the elderberries and so on and so forth. So we come right around the corner here, and here is another currant. So you can see we got lots of berries coming on there, starting to turn red. And sorry if it's a little noisy, neighbors over talking to Patrick. There's that one pansy I showed in that how to increase your pansy output video. And then right here is one of my thymes. I have a video coming out on the benefits of thyme. I think it's going to be another week or two, so be watching for that. And I talk about these different thymes that I have. But the thing I really am excited about showing you here is this, the valerian. Oh, good gravy. Look at it. And I actually the other day cut this off because I'm trying to get more flowers. I have a video coming out on the valerian too, and it's already grown a lot more flowers since I did that video. But I did have the top piece on there, so it was like way up to there. But yeah, I'm going to come out and I'm going to be cutting out some more. I'm going to take that top there. And I'm starting to dehydrate up the flowers because I find the flowers make a really nice tea that is also very calming. And anyway, so typically we use the roots. The valerian itself, the leaves and the flowers are also usable. But watch for that video. I've got more information on that. And you can see where I cut this off right here, and they're very hollow on the inside. And yes, Charity, they do kind of, this part here does smell somewhat like celery, but it's very brittle. And the flowers have a very sweet smell. I love the smell of the flowers. Okay, so moving on down this strip here, there is one of my Foxley thymes. So I had one right around the corner over here that you saw in my last video. That's my oldest one. And then I have another one here. Both of them are pretty good size. They've been spreading. I think I bought these ones last year. I got them at our local nursery. See, slugs. Slugs, nasty. I need to get that taken care of. They've just, because it's been so wet lately, they've been literally coming out of the woodwork and getting on everything. So I need to deal with that. Yeah, I think I got these ones last year, and then I got a few more this year because I love this one so much. It's my favorite. This is a pansy that had come up from a previous one I bought a couple years ago that had seeded itself, and then I moved over here. There's another one of those other thymes, the lighter color one. Now this one is older than this one, but look at the difference in size. This one is really spreading much quicker than this one, which is another reason why the Foxley thyme is my favorite. It's my favorite for looks, taste, color, and the fact that it just quickly spreads. So I have two that I bought last year. Right here is one of my marshmallows. I've been keeping these, trying to keep these ones shorter. So in fact, it's time for me to come out and cut the tops off again because I'm trying to keep them only 5 feet, and I'm 5 foot and I'm having to look up to them. So I don't think they're quite 6 feet yet, but they're at least 5.5. The valerian, if I didn't say, is probably about 8 feet tall right now. And then right here, I've got just slowly growing is one of my calendula here. The calendula has just been super slow, way behind this year. In fact, I planted tons of seed in here, and I think I've only found 3 calendula growing. So I did make some starts. I'll probably transplant out here. But since then, I've also moved some other stuff out, like daylily. I took the daylilies out of the west herb garden, moved them to the south side to see if they'll do better. That's what that is right there, which I forgot to mention. And then, yep, still more wild geranium. I have to just keep coming out here and keeping up on it. I let it grow along this outside edge, but I still try to break it back just to keep it from overshadowing my other herbs. But anyway, this thyme is also really good. This is basically, I don't know why I didn't think of the name of it, because it's basically just a common garden thyme is what this one is. And it's getting flowers. And for those who wonder, yes, the flowers on most of your herbs like this are edible. I always eat these. They typically are going to, like with oregano, are going to have a more mild flavor, not be quite so spicy. And really good in salads. In teas. Really like these, and I just like to eat them just like that. Another marshmallow, and one of my newer Foxley thymes I just got this year. This is for the front side here, one of the bigger calendulas, and then what we have here is just some wild growing forget-me-nots. I'm leaving them. The flowers of the forget-me-nots are actually edible, and there's a little tiny calendula right there just struggling. It's very cold today. Today is June 18th, and it's very chilly. So my yarrow here is blooming. This was the one, I think it was a little start from a seed that, you know, self-seeded from one of my older plants, and I moved it out here last year. And then either this is a start from a seed from that, or it also will travel and send shoots along the ground, and then it will make plants from there as well. In fact, there's another one right there. So, which is just fine. Another forget-me-not. This is another new rosemary. I've never tried growing rosemary on this side of the house, so I thought I would experiment with it here since the thyme seems to love it so much. And then another, I bought 3 of these this year, so another new Foxley thyme. This is bee balm. Just like everything else, going very, very slowly. Oh, so, okay, there's another calendula, so I have 4, and that is little tiny daylily. I'd separated out, and that looks like that was probably a calendula, and since the slugs have suddenly come out of hiding, they're totally chomping up my pansies in the pot on the deck, so I don't have anything to show on that. But anyway, another marshmallow, some more bee balm, and look, oh my gosh, those slugs have been so annoying. It's just, like I said, last few days it's been real wet again, so that brings them out. And most things won't work. I'm finding the best thing for out front. I mean, I got the chickens out back, but for out front, the best thing I can do for them is the organic, proof for, organic gardens, the Sluggo. So there's the other Foxley. Some more wild geranium. Some more bee balm right there. And then this is a start I made from the golden oregano, and another daylily. So, oh, and a nasturtium. This one doesn't have a flower on it, but I'll show you the flowers this gets on it. Sneak peek over here of the deck garden I'm starting out front. So here is what it's a dwarf nasturtium. It has the variegated leaves. It's just a smaller, it's smaller all the way around, but it's my favorite one because of the color of the flowers. Just a deep, deep red, especially when they first start to open up. I mean, look how dark that one is. Deep burgundy, love it so much. And then the beautiful variegated leaves. So I'm not planning on leaving this one in the pot, but for now I'm noticing that they do better when I leave them in a pot for a little longer and then move them. So anyway, I'll be talking more about what's going on out here in the next video. So yep, there's just my little garden strip. Not a lot compared to the rest of my gardens, but again, this is a newer area that I'm still developing and working on, and adding things to it as I go. And the thyme, mostly I think it's going to be a thyme bed because the thyme is loving it. This is the best place I found for it. I've tried it so many different places over the years, and it seems to like this area best. So I'm hoping the rosemary will like it here as well. Oh, and the one other thing I was going to say as far as slugs, I know that I'll get a lot of new people coming in here trying to give me a lot of recommendations on slugs and how to naturally get rid of them. Believe me, we've tried pretty much all of it. And yes, I tried the cloves, didn't work. Tried coffee, doesn't work. Eggshells, doesn't work. They'll just crawl right over the eggshells around here, crushed eggshells. Let's see, what else? What's the most common one I get? Oh yeah, the beer in containers. Nope. Nope. Doesn't work around here. You just, until you live in a place that gets an average of 120 inches of rain per year, it's really kind of difficult to fully understand just the great amount of slugs that we get and how persistent they are. So the best methods we found is, like I said, the Sluggo, which is supposed to be all organic, and you know it's actually the iron phosphate in it that kills them, and it's safe for other animals and for your plants. And my chickens, and picking them off by hand and killing them. All right, so I know it's really dreary today, very cold and dreary, but that's why I wore bright colors. I was hoping it would help make up for the dreariness of this day for the video. But anyway, this hopefully will give you an idea. Now remember, we do have that other piece of property, but it's going to be a while before we start any kind of serious gardening or anything on there. So for now, we're going to keep making the most of our little corner lot here in the neighborhood in our little small remote town. So if you're new, we have about 1/3 of an acre, and it's taken up by, you know, chicken coops and greenhouses and firewood storage areas and decks, and this big, right behind me, this big room, it's 1,200 square foot area. Actually, the room itself is 1,100 square foot, and that used to be my former dance and martial arts studio. And then Patrick's 1,200 square foot shop. And so yeah, this is why I take little strips like this and any area I can find to start to put in whatever I can grow. And anyway, so next video, like I said, is going to be the front yard garden update, and so you can see what's going on there with our mini little orchard. And we got a new addition since the last time I did an update on that area, and you'll get to see that, so be watching for that probably next week. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Take care, and God bless.